Hey, my happy shiny puppies. This is Melody Fletcher, and I teach the law of attraction and reality creation to highly intellectual people in a way that actually makes some freaking sense. And for those of you who are used to watching me regularly, you may have noticed that I was kind of absent for a while. And this is not the first time that's happened. For long-time viewers, you will know that I have a tendency to sometimes just kind of disappear for a while without warning. I don't get any warning either. And then I come back all happy and shiny going, I've leveled up. Well, this is no exception. So ta-da, I'm back. And with exciting news and exciting things going on, but also a little bit of an admission. And that admission is that 2017 has been a challenging year, to put it lightly. And that's kind of what I want to talk about today, because I know that I'm not the only one to have been challenged this year. Pretty much everyone that I've been talking to feels that they're just kind of coming out of this fog. And the way that I've experienced this year is, every year I sort of leap forward, leap forward, leap forward. And in 2017, it was like, just hit this wall, had to take a step back and then clean up a bunch of stuff. And sort of was forced to, in order to what I believe is going to be another big leap forward. And so if you've been getting your ass kicked this year, if you've been getting the shit kicked out of you all year, you are absolutely not alone. The energy that is all around us, the energy that we are made of, the energy that makes up this entire hologram, is getting faster and lighter, meaning less dense. So it's speeding up. And what happens as part of that effect is that things manifest faster and they manifest more obviously, which means that if you have resistance coming up, and who doesn't, if you have resistance, first of all, it's going to come up more. It's going to come up faster. It's going to come up more obviously, and it's going to hit you harder. So where before, maybe, you would have got a whisper, and then a few weeks later, a little comment, hey, I'm trying to get your attention. And then, over months, maybe. Now this is happening over hours and days. It's getting faster. It's getting more obvious. It's getting more brutal, if one can say that. Yeah. And so pretty much everyone I know is getting the shit kicked out of them. But the good news is, and as you may have noticed, there is sort of an end to the madness. There's a lightening up, and a lot of people are feeling like in the last 2 weeks, they're finally coming out of that fog, me included. So always happy to disclose information, not embarrassed at all to do it. I actually, got not just hit with a frying pan, it was more like a baseball bat to the brain. Was out with sciatica for a couple of weeks. Was all ready to go, was doing fantastic, really running forward, and then was in a lot of pain, like the kind of pain where you cannot move kind of pain. And it took me 2 weeks to clear it. And by clear it, I mean that I figured out what this manifestation was about, what it was trying to tell me, and I knocked that shit off and released the resistance. And in my case, I was just trying to control things a little bit too much. And I wasn't trying to control things a lot, but I was trying to control things a little bit. And that was enough to shut me down, because I cannot do that anymore. Energy is moving too quickly. And so even a small piece of resistance can really lay you up now. And that is not meant to scare anybody. It just means to explain what has already been happening. Yeah. So if you've been getting the crap kicked out of you, it really is because we've been going through this cleaning out period, this sort of preparing the platform period, where we are getting, really stable and getting really sort of getting rid of all the old crap, because we can't take any of that with us where we're going. We are shifting from the third dimension to the fifth dimension, and we cannot take any of those fears and old control issues and neuroses and crazy bitch behavior. We can't take it into the fifth dimension. It just can't abide there. And so I know that this year's probably been difficult for a lot of you. And I apologize for not being here in the last few weeks to support you through it. I was kind of dealing with my own crap. and getting epiphany after epiphany after epiphany, and then also dealing with a fair amount of fatigue where I was sleeping a lot to try to rebalance that out. And one of the things that happened to me is that I sort of underestimated how much it would take, how much the energy in the United States would affect me. I'm in a pretty neutral place. I'm in Boise, Idaho, where the energy really isn't that volatile, but it is very volatile in the United States. And I just moved here a little over a year ago, and have been sort of acclimating to the energy ever since. And I really didn't think it would take me as long as it did. I underestimated the impact it would have. So that played into all of this other mess as well. And I really feel like now I'm much more stable and I'm in a really good place. And here I am again. So it wasn't that I didn't want to make videos during that time. It wasn't that I was embarrassed to show you what was going on. It's that I was absolutely not inspired and couldn't go anywhere near the camera. So there's that. So the good news is that from all of the sources that I have access to, which most of them are non-physical, 2018 is going to be a lot easier. It's going to be smoothing out, and not just, globally, but personally. You're not going to be feeling all this volatile change anymore quite the same way. 2017 is coming to a close. Probably going to have maybe a little bit more cleaning out in December going on, so don't be surprised if that happens. And I'm not trying to make predictions here. I'm just telling you what I'm getting, and then you do with that what you want. But if you're wanting somebody to tell you it's going to get easier, I'm here to tell you it's going to get easier. So let's look forward to that. So I know that I said I have some exciting news. Some things are going to change, and I know that's par for the course. Again, for those of you who've been with me for a while, you know that when I come back from these sort of unscheduled sabbaticals, I usually come back with, we're going to change something on the blog. And yep, true to pattern, we are going to change something on the blog, although it might take me a little while to do it because I got a lot going on. And a lot of really exciting things. But one thing I've had an epiphany about is that this actually isn't that much fun for me anymore. Sitting here doing a video in my office, and as much as I've got a great office now, and then I'm like, this is not that much fun. And what would be much more fun, I sat myself down, I was like, okay, you don't want this anymore, what do you want? Is more personal interaction. And so we've come up with an idea where I would eventually, this is, like I said, going to take a few months to set up, but eventually like to come to where you guys are and have maybe, sort of town hall meetings or meetups. And then we can film those, and then we can put those on the blog. So where I'm answering questions live. So it's going to take me a week to do it, but I want to announce it, and I'm holding myself to it by announcing it publicly. I'm going to send you guys out a survey. So if you're watching this, you're not on the email list, get on the email list on my homepage to make sure that you get this notification. But I'm going to send you guys a survey asking you, where are you in the world? What's your region? Where's your city? Because it doesn't have to just be the United States either. I am a world traveler and going to get more into that again. Last year, I didn't travel internationally, but that was the first year in a long time. So I'm absolutely happy to go where people are and bring a video crew. And so if you'd like me to eventually come to your town and maybe have a conversation with you in a kind of a town hall meeting kind of thing, then, look out for that survey. Hopefully in the next week, we'll get that out to you. And you can let me know, we're here, come see us. And then we will start doing that hopefully early next year. So probably not going to get it done this year in terms of coming where you are. It is November already. And the other big piece of news that I have for you is that we finally set a date, at least a month, not the day of the month yet, for Reality Academy. I know a lot of you have been asking about it. When's it coming? When's it coming? And I'm super excited about it, and everybody's super excited about it. And I have not been able to set a date. Well, we've set a date now. It's happening in January 2018. And if you're wanting to know what that's all about, go on melodyfletcher.com. There is a section about Reality Academy. You can watch a video. You can get on the wait list if you want to be one of the first people to know right when it comes out. But we have set that date, and no matter what happens, we are going to bring that program to you. And I'm super excited about it because all the stars are aligning and it's getting so good, you guys. It's getting so freaking good. So hopefully, you haven't missed me too much. And if you have, let me know. And you could use this little positive, message that, yes, it's been sort of shit, but it's about to get really good again. And it's going to, good stuff is coming, new energy is coming in, and the spring cleaning phase is hopefully mostly over. Doesn't mean that there will be no more resistance, but it's going to get a lot easier again. So I'm definitely looking forward to next year. And I will be showing up again for the rest of the year. And like I said, we'll actually come to see you next year. And I'm super excited about that. Oh my God. I cannot wait to give smushy, smushy hugs to everybody in person. So until next week, I want to thank you for bringing your light to the world and send you all smushy, smushy, happy, shiny puppy hugs. Okay, bye.